Hey, thanks for joining for this little 3-minute summary of morning worship. We call it just the meat and potatoes. This Sunday, I want to talk about time and the significance of time in our lives, especially since we all have said, I don't have enough time. Paul writes in Ephesians a clear word, a strong word, in chapter 5, verses 15 to 20. But I was intrigued by verse 16 where he says, make the most of your time. I began to study that word and I found it to be just absolutely explosive. The word is agorezo, and it actually means to go to the marketplace and buy everything on the shelf. I love a particular fig bar, and it comes in a small package of 6 individually wrapped fig bars, and I enjoy them so much, and I found out at the local grocery store they're not selling them anymore. So I went to the clearance rack and there they were, 4 packages. I bought them all. I cleaned out the shelf. There was an Exaggerate in that process, and literally to take it all in. A part of the challenge of making time meaningful is that Exaggerate, which means to take it all in, to buy everything on the shelf, to go for it full force and with all the energy you can muster, and that makes time meaningful. If you don't understand that background, you'll miss the English transliteration of the word. Because if you take that word in Greek and you pronounce it in English, you'll find out that it begins to sound like our simple word to exaggerate. The way to save time is to live in exaggeration. Not in some kind of hyperbole where you make things bigger than they really are. You live in a false world. But literally, where you take all the moments for all there is in them, where you literally buy everything on the shelf and you make it completely yours. The illustration of the people in my life that have left moments that have never been forgotten have been people who exaggerated. They exaggerated in worship. They exaggerated in forgiveness. They exaggerated in their service to the poor. I remember on a Wednesday night seeing a picture of the shoes of Mother Teresa and how I was moved with her exaggeration. It's been a privilege to know people in my lifetime that have been exaggerated in their performance and service to God in all kinds of ways. This week, if you want time to be worthwhile, if you want to see those special qualitative moments, we call them kairos, that jump into the watch moments that we call chronos, the way to find them is to exaggerate. Exaggerate your love, exaggerate your worship, exaggerate your words, and allow God to make His time meaningful in your life. May God bless you this week, and may you find a challenge to exaggerate a reality in every moment of these wonderful days. Thank you for joining us for this little summary today that we call just the meat and potatoes.